Where is the
Initiating match.
I haven't been given the stuff yet, by the way, Nick. Probably because stuff hasn't said either way.
What stuff is this? Sorry, being
For overlay.
overlay. I don't know what you're on about. Okay.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, we're here. People, we're here. Correct things. Okay. So, we are here with Enigma against Fools 5. It is a scrim around the gold, silver level. So, Team Enigma is on blue. Fools 5 is on red. So it looks like they decided to start out on the map. So I guess we will see if they are ready to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
We're going pretty standard. So we've got Spook. Very similar setups, just with 2 different tanks and 2 different stand DPS.
Close your eyes.
So you gets left.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
And that's the first point. We get the payload about 5 minutes ago. This is
Be eradicated.
pretty sure. So we were going to be playing out that.
Dodge this.
Hope to God my voice.
Area denial. Getting drowsy. وريهم قوتك.
As I have.
Thank you, Steve, for telling me I'm gonna fight. Sorry, I looked at something. Anyway, so we're continuing here. So it looks like they got the point almost on. Point.
No holding back.
وريهم قوتك.
Comes out on Enigma. And it goes in. Oh, Spooky gets a kick onto the enemy Genji on Odyssey. Ricky finishes off MacGyver. Banana finishes off Hoser. Jackman finishes off Llama. Llama Rama. Anyway. And so, we are currently... I appreciate you, Steve, for watching, and just to make sure my mic is possibly working, don't know if I can turn it up any more than what it is. So. So, we've got them watching on the payload.
This ends now. Cooling down.
They get a break for a break as you take out Hoser. Forward, gets the other 40, Diana and Rana. My guy was He's with the pop and go. Value here, pops out. But the face, and it looks like the push dies on the side of Fools 5. See, don't worry, I'll try to get bananas. So.
وريهم قوتك.
It looks like that's the next checkpoint with just under 4 minutes remaining in the first push on the attack from Fools 5. So, currently on the side of Enigma, we have Bob coming up, but there's another Nano on the side coming up from Ricky. And it looks like we have a Primal on the side of Fools 5.
وريهم قوتك. Rally to me.
Ooh, and the rally with the Primal tends to make the difference, as 3 players from Enigma get taken out right at the end of that team fight. It looks like they're pushing all the way.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Looks to finish off the bus there. Checkpoint, Jackal gets picked off, and that will be the first
Do something.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Am I allowed to put do not join in this VC?
probably a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of keeping my mic a little closer to my face because, yeah, my voice gets quiet if my mic's not kind of close to my face. This mic. So, especially when I'm
Ready for battle.
But it looks like we're going to be starting out on. So, on attack, it looks like Team Enigma is going with a very interesting dive composition, consisting of a Winston with a Winter Spara with a Ridge 3 backline. And it looks like Fools 5 is going to continue the same comp they had for playing.
So, one team has very standardized dive comp as it is right now, with Fools 5. The other team obviously playing to their strengths, so Enigma is playing obviously to their strengths. It is.
So it looks like they were wanting to possibly plunge into here, and so it looks like Enigma will be playing pressure, but Odyssey wanting to select right now. But a good kick on Odyssey right off the hop. Puts Fools 5 in a tough situation. Banana pressuring. Spooky gets killed and makes him Spooky's trade is fucking horrifying. Played against him.
I don't think so.
Absolute pressure person. Banana finished off MacGyver, and it looks like that'll be the first point for Team Enigma as we look to get the card moving on the second point.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
The dive was very well coordinated, very interesting, and obviously very communicated to the points where they can easily go off each other. You'll have to turn me down on your system, mate. I'm very loud to stream.
But anyway, as we continue. So, hard stop around the first corner. Ooh, gets a full bomb on the hoser. And Fools 5 is down there, break. So down a good portion of those waiting to dive. And Luke battling up against Odyssey. And she
Until that break comes
What
back,
we
that
will
Anna
do
has to watch themselves right now.
Jackson going to get and Cube jumps in, looks to possibly Odyssey out as well. Oh, but this looks like a guy goes in there coordinated. Almost finishes off with an anti-name. The guy punches Jackal, and Odyssey finishes off Ricky, and looks like the push dies here. So it looks like they're going to reset the Team Enigma. As both Banana and Smoothie look to regroup here and look to possibly battle in the alt game. About 4 ults coming up for Team Enigma, but we know the Tracer can be built up pretty quickly, and we've got about 3 ults for Pool 5, and then Blake can not have stuff. So Banana looks to make some extra hook damage. Trying to avoid the dive, Team Enigma heals back. Save, I am inside the thing right now.
Justice reigns from above.
Enigma on the attack looks a lot stronger now compared to their defense. Obviously communicating a lot more now.
Right. I think the Ramada probably wasn't the play considering of how I was being.
This ends now.
Overclock pop. And we have the Winston fueling.
Using the KO
Winston looks to pop the blade, diving in the back line. But doesn't capitalize on anything, but doesn't look like it. Reset here.
It's unfortunately for Enigma, but they've got a lot of progress already with the time bank that they've got.
Ash here.
Both teams do finish. Hopefully it's
Drop those goons off the payload.
Oh, Mace though. Swaps over to Ash and takes off the energy. So they're down into yes. Primal and Nano moving online. For Pool 5.
Fortunately, it's Banana has to worry about this Ash now that's on the field. Oh, spot.
Looks like the Ash is help Ricky. It looks like Soldier hopped in to help steal out the thing. But does and Ricky do take out Mace and Soldier. They take out Monster. Leaving Odyssey and MacGyver and the point by themselves. MacGyver takes out Ricky and then gets the pick on Odyssey. And it looks like MacGyver's just going to kite away here and look to reset here as reinforcements arrive. I don't know what he's on. Kind of move up without the fight. And as the two waves battle go down, these guys are double shield. Both partners online in the team with 2 items of rally and barrage. Back shield away from the dive by the diver. Odyssey. Oh, he looks like he gets picked up. Dived into the back line. Primal looks to be juggling the back line a little bit. Looks to be doing that. While MacGyver pops his Primal and is looking to juggle Nick's back line. The Winstons are going at it at an angry moment. Jackal pops the rally. Looking to think here a little bit. He gets taken out in the Primal by MacGyver. Here we go. ports, and
60
Boop is
seconds
just gonna be kind
remaining.
of just poking around, but let's go. Camera skills absolutely need to work, but this is my first time really doing this series, so we're just gonna take some time to do it. So, 5, 4,
Do something!
Sticking out with the ball, but just taking that honestly, that lane's offline. Now, Offline wins it. Lock it live. Red City had that rival 3 seconds ago. It looks like, ooh, something gets picked. Taken out by Nick. And it looks like it will be Doom Bonnie. It doesn't look.
10 seconds
Enigma had the good
remaining.
push, but doesn't look like they could keep it. It looks like they kind of, looks like that push just kind of got blown away at that point near the end. But Numbani's always tough because if the defenders can get a constant respawn, it does make it difficult. But
It becomes very much in favour of the defending team at that point, especially if points say Enigma getting a very good push with a good time back. Unfortunately, did not get the completion to take it into overtime, but they made a very good attempt at it.
I'm gonna ask Banana if you can come here and spectate with me, because you are my casting partner right now at the moment. Anyway.
Good.
But by the looks of it, it's definitely going to be a very interesting battle between these two teams. It looked very evenly matched at some points, but it looks like other times the fights were generally snowballs, but I guess we'll see on the next map that gets picked, I guess. We'll see. I'm inviting you, Steve, if you're still on. Yes.
Yes.
And it looks like looks like Team Fools 5 will be making a swap out here, taking Hoser out and putting in Caduceus.
Now I'm guessing Enigma's made this choice of Shambhala Monastery. I've played with a few of the team on Enigma. I can see where it plays into their strengths here, but they can easily, if they don't play it right, can easily get exploited. You've also had more time playing with a few of these players. What do you think is going through their head right now?
Well, it depends on how much, I definitely feel Ricky will definitely be a lot more vocal, depending, but I guess we will end up seeing, because I know she will like to,
Initiating match.
watch the deal for the backline. Hugh is going to be calm, cool, and collected. I have a feeling he's just going to be like, okay, let's do this, guys. But since Fools 5 is the visiting team and on Team Red, they will always be the team that's attacking first on things like this.
Ready for battle.
So by the looks of it, it looks like they'll be Fools 5 will be bringing out a Malcolm composition with Greg Juno and actually possibly a Brave Zen. Okay, with a May Ash. And it looks like they also subbed in. Oh, unless they just changed their... Oh, they just are a different name, not Niece to the Face, but Mighty Mika, or something. But will be just as a thing of, like, looks like, Fool's 5 Sojourner hit scan player does run the anonymizer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So
Attackers
first,
incoming.
it looks like they'll be
Stop
running
the
Flame
payload.
Fury with a man tracer.
Yeah. So they were playing these and to potentially get a pick onto high ground, which is a very standardized thing that I have seen support players do. In comes to Malga into the charge. Already hitting the pummel is unfortunately losing his life.
Start, and that is a death ball. Malga running in with the stomp, they get the picks, and they already get the early progress to start out, and so MacGyver looks to take picks here along the end of the first, around the second corner of the point, leaving Caduceus and Nika to
In comes the retreat from MacGyver with the rush.
MacGyver looks to not want to deal with that yet, so they look like they're pushing hard up, and
In comes the engage now. Out comes the sleep from Riki. In from Jack.
takes out Banana, but he's taken out Lana, so it's right here. A little more favoring.
Down goes Caduceus. Down goes Hugh.
Unfortunately,
Nice stick from
Spooky right there.
Spooky. Can Spooky get out without losing their life though?
And it looks like he will, and it looks like Jackal and Ricky are just going to be poking at the back line. Poking at the team of Fool's 5 as we hit the second point. Doesn't look like, sure, Enigma may have looked like they won the fight, but unfortunately they couldn't quite get the picks. They couldn't quite get the cart back. He looks at his face. I don't do that.
MacGyver gets some lovely sleep from Jackal there to deal with the pressure from the... Out comes the cage though!
This point,
Watch out, I'm on fire!
and it looks like that is the second point of for Fool 5.
The payload has
5 minutes to
reached
go.
the checkpoint.
And it looks like the Fool 5 is running with all the momentum in this match at the moment. We take space around the tight corner along the choke. Spooky holds it up so far. Looks like
In comes the potential dive from Spooky, unfortunately gets seen by the support. In comes the stomp.
and we call
This ends now.
orbital top by Ricky, and
Oh.
Caduceus pops around.
Overblock bombs.
But by the looks of it,
Also,
the orbital ends up being more differentiated, like the more significant ult. The Garter gets low, he gets finished off by a rail by from Banana.
in comes the pulse on to Caduceus. Down goes Caduceus now. Ooh, nice stick again from Spooky. That's 2 for 2 where he's got those sticks.
Again, I've played against Spooky, and with Spooky. Spooky is an absolutely scary ass tracer. Re-engaged by Bull 5, looks to be around the card, but they're around just under the choke, around the corner. Looks like they're heading for
Vortex has already been blocked by UK. In comes Flame. In comes the Annihilation, but Annihilation is getting a little bit of leeway. Unfortunately, Hugh loses his life for the little damage that he did do in Annihilation. It's Banana takes off the guy's head though. Why is he not saying that?
Yeah, but it's value from that gameplay. That would have been a huge gameplay. That would have been a match. Spooky gets a kick on with the youth. Spooky just wants to be the bane, because earlier, Spooky got the shield back from Spooky, but Spooky absolutely terrorized the back.
Sorry to interrupt you with that. Now come another stick!
Huge stick, and that leaves full fight without their main damage dealer. Looks like they're just going to be resetting here. Looks like they're just going to be waiting around the start of second point, looking to just wait it out.
Again, Spooky hitting what is his 4th or 5th stick of this map. Proving why. In comes the orbital though. In comes the overclock.
Diver picked off you. Goes down a tank, but nano boosted Sojourn with the rail. And looks to keep the heals up. And Spooky just sits around Halo. Gets another pick on the
Gets him.
And now it's going to be a battle between Genji and the Tracer. And looks like Odyssey looks to be killing around the point. To make sure Spooky isn't hanging around there for longer than he needs to.
Down goes MacGyver, so they're gonna have to retreat here without their tank. They cannot push this too far. Enigma now showing that they can communicate very well and be this highly appreciative team that we saw the other day.
Not so fast.
And usually now that they bring them out.
In comes the Sam. Anti onto the Mauga. Mauga has to back out. Down goes the
Picked by Sojourn, both on rails. Caduceus ends up dying again to Spooky. Caduceus does not have the game against Spooky right now.
Spooky might get another one hit. Down goes Odyssey.
And looks like Spooky looks to chase Mika here.
And gets the confirmation.
Get it?
And it looks like a minute left in the game. But
60 seconds
Rules
remaining.
5 is very close to the end, so one good team fight win should be enough. As long as
You must take everything from them. Our enemies approach.
Looking at Bulls High's ult back here though, they're gonna have a play, they've got that overclock. Looking at the over bank though of Enigma
Now.
Annihilation. Out it comes!
But or comes the overclock. Mika remains low, but takes out Banana.
Takes out Tampon, down low does go Caduceus, out comes the Annihilation. Half health on Mauga, Mauga gets slept. Lovely sleep again by Jackal.
But can't live against the Vortex and the Ramatra's pressure. Usually in this matchup, Ramatra is usually at a point, but can't seem to do it. And that will be
Over T is going to bleed away. Fortunately, run.
first round of Shambali Monastery.
Score.
And by the looks of it,
0
it looked to
to
be
2.
all
Switching
full 5 to
sides.
start. But right near the end of third point, looks like Team Enigma pulled it together.
Initiating
Hold off for
match.
about, what was it, 5 minutes.
That was one heck of a stall. 5 minutes, 1 second on the clock, fully bled out before it got to third. Enigma showing a dominant standing there right at the end to make sure that that cart was not getting any further.
As our teams' terms get decided,
Ready
by
for
the looks of
battle.
it, no change on the side of Enigma. They'll be running what they ended the round with, and it looks like there'll be a change on the side of Bulls 5, throwing out the ante, looking to probably pressure out the Ramatra a little more because obviously they not liking Hugh or possibly looking for the sleep onto Spooky. Spooky's kind of been a terror to Caduceus on the Brig, and also running Brig into Ramatra is never sometimes the best idea unless you can perfectly well play it and know how to space it out.
The pick here for Caduceus, obviously, as you've already alluded to, is telling me that they're
5,
wanting to get
4,
this sleep or this
3,
anti-combination
1.
onto either their
Attackers
tank or the
incoming.
Tracer player. With how Spooky was playing, especially towards the end of the round, the attack round 4 pulls 5. I think Spooky's just going to do what he's doing right now, which is push cart, deal with what a Tracer does, and then deal with the flank. In comes full side, it gets deflected by the Genji though. In comes Sleep.
Mika picks off Suki with a huge rail. It looks like that was the back up. Odyssey looks to hang around in their back line, but looks like he got punished for staying on there too long by Suki.
Area denied.
It looks like they want to re-engage quickly.
Anti onto the soldier though of its banana in the meantime, taking him down to Sliver. Out goes MacGyver. Lovely rail there.
Beautiful rail by Banana. He books it. We're gonna be. Enigma didn't have
Looks
the
like
same initial push energy that they had as Duel 5 the right side, they decided to push that middle. And by the looks of it, it works just as well, and it looks like this will be
Area denied.
in comes the contest from MacGyver, and in comes the Sleep, and in comes the Anti. Jackal is very much on his own here.
But it looks like he gets picked off by MacGyver, and it looks like, oh, but Enigma with a pick from Banana.
Down on the sea.
Looks like they're still going to want to keep it contested. Don't want to back up yet.
In comes the pummel from full. You unfortunately get slapped, and it gets Anti for it. Has to pop the Annihilation to survive this.
Can't live. Mika pops him with rail. But Naga gets also really low with the help of Pulse Bomb, but gets kicked out by Mika as well. Mika is hitting rails as well.
It's Banana and Ricky have to escape here with Del Blythe. Both on a sliver of health. Thankfully, Ricky is there to top up its Banana for the Sojourn and Juno combination here.
Looks like
Already
just by Enigma.
Not so fast.
Got a little bit. Odyssey's hanging out in the back line, but he's also watching his back line. It looks like double form pop. Starts blocking. Looks like the pressure's going to be on here.
Blocking satellite vector.
in comes the Vortex, and comes both Orbitals to assist their tanks. In comes the I think that's everything from Pulse 5.
Up 5, Pulse 5.
Days like this never get old. 60 seconds remaining.
60 seconds for Enigma now to contest point 1.
Sorry, my father walked into my room. And with my dog. So, 40 seconds left still. Enigma's still looking to hit that first point. They started out well, but that reached out.
Disrupted.
They're out, hold in the corner. Side a little humble.
30 seconds
Obviously, with
remaining.
the inside part. Looks like they're just looking to pressure around this corner.
In comes the aggression now from Healing wants to push out.
Angle of the window.
In comes the bomb from the gets 2!
Spooky gets a huge hit on both the users and Mika.
This ends now.
Lava goes down to the vault.
But it can't quite finish off Jackal, and that would be his second point. Though it took a little bit.
Recharging.
Pulse bomb by Spooky ends up winning the fight. Most likely for
Gets
Team Enigma.
objective A.
Everything from them.
They had to push a lot there. With that pulse bomb as well, hitting the Sojourn. The Sojourn sliding into there, and Caduceus had nowhere to go, unfortunately, with that one. Again, another nice stick from poor Spooky here.
The business server admin on Team Enigma. But I think the server
In comes Blade, gets him shot down!
Combo for it, and it doesn't look like that blade's gonna have any value. Mika holds in the back line, but it looks like Hugin looking to peel back, and looks like, oh, and Spooky takes out Lemma, and looks like that'll be another fight win from Enigma. The moment they got by that first point, looks like they're able to count up.
Very close now. Out comes the Nana onto the Mauga. Unfortunately, has to get out. In comes Sam onto the Mauga. Unfortunately, cage fight does get popped here, but no value for the cage.
Sleep. So I don't know why that sleep was ever needed. But he gets taken out by Odyssey. And it's like Ricky gets taken out by
Very-
Llama. He didn't left to go.
Very
But Jackal
aggressive,
can still hold it, but
play here.
Jackal's just too much television. Hit the
Two
sleep
down
blow on
already.
Odyssey. And he looks to
Jackal teabagging the Genji in the back.
Annihilation goes. But,
Well.
and it looks like he was looking. He picks out Odyssey, and the MacGyver takes it out.
Out comes Malk,
That looks
but
like an
unfortunately
intercept.
cannot get
The
down.
payload has reached
There's
the checkpoint.
At this point, we had 5 minutes left on Fool's 5, but looks like only about 2 minutes left for Enigma, so they're gonna have to make these pushes count. 3 alts on the side of Enigma, but with 2 alts on the side of Fool's 5, and it looks like the swap from the Ana to the Kiri 4. 4 5 will probably keep the Mount up and sustain them. Do better. So mid-fight sustain at the moment. We're looks to be poking for a little bit of damage. It looks like the side.
In comes the orbital from no, in comes the orbital from Ricky. Again, as he said, it was a little on the late side, but I think that's it. That pick on to Jackal, from Jackal onto Odyssey, as you said, already adding a little bit of a swing. Out comes the overblock from Mecha. It's
Dodge this.
And it looks like it's going to be sort of a lull mid-fight here, 50 seconds left to go. Nico holds the stairs and the corner.
This ends now.
Here comes the overclock.
out comes the overblock.
All behind, but
In comes the iron.
狐の鍵爪を解き放て
MacGyver runs into the top.
Say quick.
Rush comes in wrong.
Oh, and it looks like that'll be the
Caduceus.
fight win for Fools 5. It looks like they're going to get the quick reset here, and it looks like they'll probably have time to recontest. We have, looks like
Caduceus in a already winning fight does pop the rush. They have one now. Sorry, correction, 2 alts potentially for the side of Fools 5.
One of them very key in terms of the blade coming up, about 3. But
Yep.
2 very close ults in terms of Enigma and Pulse Bomb and Annihilation. Here comes the recontest. Looks like Dixie's looking kind of on the side right here. MacGyver runs in. Gets a couple of things, works the counter to the back line. Annihilation does come.
In comes the annihilation. In comes the blade.
Caduceus gets shot.
We're already down 1.
Mika, Blade doesn't look like it's getting any value here at the moment. And Llama gets super low. I guess popped as well by the
Down goes Llama. Unfortunately, the stomp does come in a little late. Goes down from the annihilation, as he says. All 3 points.
Victory.
That will be not win by Enigma.
With Enigma just pushing so hard. Spooky again, as you said, being that server admin, especially on that attack phase, really showing off what he can do. Definitely helped out. This brush with Pulsars and Under Cage definitely helped the team of Fools 5. It'll be interesting to see where they take us with their choice of map.
But you're going to be solo casting for a little bit, as I've been called by my parents. I will be right back.
Fair enough. Again, well, we may be looking at a few switches here and as I say that, Echo gets subbed in for its banana. Obviously looking at that secondary DPS to assist Spooky here. looking over at the team of Fools 5 though, they are keeping pretty much all the same comp. I believe they've only subbed in Vast, which is... no, it's not. They've also subbed out Hugh, and resubbed in... Sorry, it's Banana. So EXO is coming in for Hugh, correction. Ricky is staying in, Jekyll staying in, Spooky staying in, it's Banana staying in, EXO in over Hugh, which potentially tells us... who knows what element is going on here.
I have returned. Welcome back. So it looks like, yes, we've got subs in, so EXO in for Hugh, and it looks like that will be the one sub that Enigma will have at the moment. We've got, looks like we've got one of the owners of Militia checking out the Scrim at the moment, and it looks like we'll be going to a good old King's Row map. We always love a good King's Row.
So potentially of the Brawl, but I don't see why they would keep Hugh in, where they wouldn't keep Hugh in.
Unless they're
I don't
just
know
deciding
what...
to just try out everybody, most likely, is what
Yeah,
I'm going to
potentially.
assume, because it is a Scrim, and they want to make sure that the subs can also kind of have a round or two.
EXO, I've never played with them, so I don't know what
We won't know their
hero pool they've got.
and their
Now
profiles prior, so
entering
it will be an
King's Row.
interesting bout here.
Yep.
Initiating
And
match.
because they're in anonymous and streamer mode, Mika's game attack this time around is Spastis. Because... Bastis? Fast? Yeah. Anyway, name.
Ready for battle.
With what Caduceus is already hovering over with a Lucio, it does look like Fools 5 is wanting to play a rush variation of the poke comp with the Mauga here.
More, I'd say it's more of the rush style of Mauga. I'm thinking, as it is, they're running kind of a more zombie, a rush style Lucio Kiri, and it looks like EXO's coming in Ron.
Attackers
So it looks like
incoming.
EXO is a
EXO
Ryan
in
player.
and playing the Reinhardt, as you said.
So it looks like we'll have the same backline as last game, with Spooky on the Sojourn this time, and Banana playing the Reaper. Diver dives in. Looks to get an early pick onto EXO, but EXO just holding up his shield. Not pressure.
Caduceus goes very low from the poke of the off angle of Spooky. Spooky's off angle is very...
I'll just say
Very aggressive here.
this game, because that's what I'm reading as for my brain thinking. Spooky just been chilling in the line, but doesn't look like he's lasting much longer than MacGyver in that song. EXO charges back in, and it looks like Enigma is just holding the corner of this hotel at the moment.
Out goes MacGyver with a sliver of health, having to fall back to his team.
But it doesn't look like EXO has any, almost no barrier health left for himself. And it looks like it's just going to be kind of an awkward mid-fight here just to see. Fire strike on Caduceus, and gets a slam on
In comes to
MacGyver.
sleep onto MacGyver, gets slapped, gets him pinned, gets killed, as you said. And again, this off angle from Spooky on this high ground, either over by the right hand side of the statue or by the entrance to hotel, is unfortunately, I don't think he's realised that they've got a Genji on their way up to say hello.
Oh, and huge pin. And Spooky
Down
ends
goes-
up taking out Odyssey, who was trying to pick on him. We didn't end up seeing it, but it looks like that hammer plus a nano and an orbital looks to make the difference in that fight. One tick and a little bit extra, at 46.2%. 2 minutes left to go on the clock, and by the looks of it, two ults on the side of Team Enigma, but 3 ults on the side of Fools 5, including Beat, Overclock coming up, and a Cage. So, if this is played correctly, this could be a very impactful fight right here. Jackal gets to sleep, looking to get kind of...
And EXO here has chosen to have the more damaging fire strikes, which does regen his shield, which is...
Oh, but Spooky with the overclock, stuff picking out Odyssey, looks like forces MacGyver to have to run back right away to try to help get Spooky.
This rotation onto Caduceus, though. Down goes Caduceus. Unfortunately, MacGyver looking there to still contest.
That overclock by Spooky ended up forcing Trevor to peel. That ended up having to force him to come backwards, and it looks like Team Enigma looks to be 2 of the most dangerous ults right in that potential situation have been lasted through, and so they keep holding forward.
Is Fernando is forced to Wraith down. Was playing underneath the statue.
Odyssey looks to hang in the backline, but can't do it for long. EXO seems to do it.
Out comes the pick onto Jackal, though.
Are they going to be able to retest, or are they going to just let it go? Looks like they will just let it go, and looks like we will get to the next fight on the next point. No touches from Team Enigma. As MacGyver looks like a shot in the choke. Stomps, hits EXO with that, but EXO ends up looking to run away, pops the shield back up, and looks like he will live in this situation.
Unfortunately, Jackal has got the further spawn of in Factory to get back to their team.
Well, Odyssey picks out EXO as he's trying to run away. Banana's hanging around the top area.
Nice sleep by Jackal, though, on the contest onto MacGyver. From the entrance of Refinery, he hits that.
Not so fast.
In comes the concussive grenade from Spooky to just make sure that they're not hitting that. Here comes the shatter, hits 3! Nice!
Oh, and looks like that'll be a fight for
Jackal hits a 3-man anti as well, with that 3-man shatter on top of that.
Hello, Hokage. You're casting the Enigma game.
Oh,
I mean,
hello.
streaming it at the moment.
Oh, I'll get out of here now.
Ah, it's all good.
Oh, I'll take a look at your YouTube now since I have it up on my phone.
Enemy over there.
Reset. So, looks
Reset
like
goal Fools 5. Obviously pushing already hard with this Malgo comp. The guy wanted to go quick and fast. Out comes the deflect already. Fortunately, Odyssey does not have that for any more fire strikes. Out comes the sleep onto MacGyver. MacGyver looking very low.
laid out by Odyssey, looks to push forward, and gets a pick onto Jackal and Spooky. And it looks like they will be able to push forward here with the ult used of Blade plus Kitsune Rush.
Team kill.
And it looks like EXO is going to be making a swap over to Sigma, probably eat a little bit of the bullet damage. But 3 ults coming up on the side of Enigma. And it looks like they will probably, I'm going to take a bet, probably win this next fight with the ult bank that they have. But we'll see.
Out comes Overson Ray for beat. Out comes a nice Death Blossom onto Odyssey. Is Fernando getting value from that in their background line after the beat does wear off? Here comes MacGyver with a sliver of health. It's caged now. Down goes 2 on the side of.
Bassett gets also the picks on Overclock. It looks like that is going to help Team Fools 5 get the point. Minute and a half to go after the point.
Enigma getting a little bit confident, but unfortunately taken down a few notches by the Odyssey on the side of sorry, Basses. In comes the rock from the Sigma, hits Genji.
MacGyver runs in, but his Andy gets picked off really quickly by Ricky and the rest of Enigma. So he's out Basset, and it looks like Team Fools 5 is gonna back out of this fight after this one.
Very strong picks from the side of Enigma to determine who needs to be looked at for individual plays. In comes the Mauga, 2 contests are already on a sliver of health though, has to get looked at by his supports. In comes Rush.
Gets stomped out by MacGyver. Oh, but an arrow pop and a huge Graviton
What hits free!
Huge critical and a 3-piece by EXO. And it looks like that will be it for King's Row attack for Fools 5.
Fools 5 getting to 38 meters, correction. I can't read honestly.
On third point, but huge holds by Enigma early on and in that second point definitely helped them hold for second point, and now they get a really decent chance to push for the win. As we wait for the teams to assemble their heroes.
Ready for battle.
And EXO pulling out the ball. Interesting. Does Echo? Oh no, EXO looks.
Buki hovering over this tracer again.
And looks
though
like it will be a very interesting sort of dive composition. Not. Looks like it'll be Pharah, Tracer, and Ball. But by the looks of it, it looks like Fools 5 is going to be changing to a BAP and an Ashe on their side, probably looking to poke it out a little more against the dive. Spooky looks to change to Widow, probably for the opening pick, and it looks like all the DPS sit up top on the window just to see. Basset looks to sit on the opposite high ground, looking probably for a chance to pick, and as they run out, Banana starts pressuring Basset on the thing with rockets.
And I'm currently looking at the position of this Baptiste and this Ashe combination, and already EXO has spotted this issue. Already on the Ashe is EXO. Very deep into the backline, and the sleep comes out from Jackal. Does hit. I don't know who that's hit exactly, but it did hit. I heard the sound.
Banana gets
audio
on the enemy team. That will leave
out goes Jackal in the meantime. Unfortunately, MacGyver gets picked on the way out, unfortunately, so he cannot regroup. He will have a staggered spawn from his team, unfortunately. EXO already taken towards the library, and the
looks to pick out Baskets off the high ground and Caduceus. Gets a slam, almost gets the pick, but Immortality Field goes out by Caduceus. The use of the Immortality Field looks to then just reset the team. Trying not to get picked by MacGyver.
MacGyver here is stalling on the other side of the wall for Hotel. Is a very aggressive push. Obviously,
double drop onto the back line of Fools 5.
And goes Ricky via the. Honestly, as you're saying that, in comes Odyssey again looking at poor Jackal, but out comes the anti from Jackal. And whilst I'm saying that, the rest of Team Fools 5 are getting picked by the rest of the team, especially
So
its
Exo's dive
banana.
onto that back line definitely seemed to help into the thing and into the fight, and it looks like they'll be pushing around the first corner and around the second, and around this S turn. And it looks like Bassett is making the swap over to the Sombra, looking to counter the ball a little bit. But we'll see. I guess we'll see if the ball will work in a little more
As
tighter
Kant
space.
is just coming up to this left-hand bend past
Fire popped onto
on the ground, and
Banana looks to hold the high
in comes the
ground
slam.
by the
Looking at where Spooky is in the background, out comes Cage!
and that leaves a lot of them untapped, but they'll pop the mine wheel to take out the diver. And huge slam ends up taking out Caduceus, and Jackal takes out Rama, and looks like that will be second point.
Bassett is going to be in the background line of
And looks like that leaves
Looks like
Exo
they're
on. He's spy checking for it.
Yep, they do know where the Sombra is. They know that, unfortunately, Spooky has to utilize recall, but a lot of aid comes to Spooky.
It looks like the diver's going to make the swap over the ram to be a little more solid because he's getting hit by the wings, and it looks like he finally decided to change it. 4 ults coming up on the side of Fools 5 with only about 2 on. Oh, but Slam!
The blade gets cancelled by the slam!
But it's slamable, so that leaves. Oh, and no. Oh, and that leaves no no. And looks like the
Ankle
just looks
barrage,
to
it
the barrage,
does
but gets
not
killed by MacGyver,
get
but
any
Spooky
value.
takes out MacGyver.
That is it though! They cannot get back in time!
And it looks like that will be round. That will be King Row. That's another map win for Enigma. And that's the score of 2-1.
Obviously, EXO coming in with this ball play, looking extremely strong already.
And also a very deep.
And here comes, we have another look at this nice 3-piece, and then the follow-up, and the clear-up. Beautiful play from EXO there.
So that'll probably leave Fools 5 picking the next map. We shall see what they end up doing.
With how Fools 5 are playing, especially with the Ram comps and the Mauga comps, where would you think they take Enigma here?
Well, it depends if they want to play a map that... It also very much depends on where they are wanting to take possibly something that is not as a good map for a ball to potentially play. That probably might be their thought process if EXO stays in.
It all depends on if EXO gets subbed out here as well, as he said. Obviously, it's Banana going to be making that call on the side of... Pardon me. Sorry, yeah.
Team Enigma, she is their team captain.
On the Enigma, yep.
It looks like Hoser is the coach. Or looks like they're the team captain or the coach, so they are going to be watching from the sidelines. So it looks like they were just in because they were missing a player to start, and so...
And we may be having a swap, and
looks
a long shot is in over.
Banana. So Banana looks to be taking a break for this one, but I'm interested to see because Longshot does play a lot of Pharah and a lot of Torb, and so we'll get to kind of see that on which map he potentially wants to use this on.
Which tells me that they potentially already know the map that they're going to be choosing, and they're going to be looking at potentially the dive or the heavy poke comps here. EXO playing the Rhine, Sigma, and the ball. Very
interesting hero pool at that point.
yeah.
And it looks like
And
Sir
the
Vasa
map
will
is
be
Sir
coming.
Vasa.
Ball can definitely find some use here in this map.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see is if they decide they want to end up playing the Sombra into this one. And Bassett's name has changed to literally 1.
Traveling to Suravasa.
Quite literally a 1.
Initiating match.
And as the teams pick their heroes, we sit here and we wait a moment. And so far, after the first match, like, the first match was really close, but at this point, it's honestly, like, started to flip around to Team Enigma more than anything.
Ready for
And it
battle.
looks like we're gonna get a Zarya
Guyver
from
is
EXO,
looking at the Queen, so it's Queen versus Zarya.
which is usually a disadvantage for the Queen, but it looks like with the more flat of, basically a more flat map, it's going to be a Lucio Juno, which is a very strong backline, one of the stronger in competitive play, with Pharah,
4,
played by
3,
Odyssey, and
2,
literally
1.
playing the Soj. But Jackal
Initial
is going to
flashpoint.
play the Brig,
Market.
and they've been running the Juno Brig backline, but I was right, Longshot will be playing the Pharah into this map.
Both Farah's already looking at the internal of markets, seeing if they can pick each other to get that contest out.
Those 5 will be taking the initial engagement to start, but Longshot
EXO
takes out-
kills down Llama.
and Longshot takes out literally. And it looks like that leaves Pool 5 in a bit of a disadvantage with a 3v5. Spooky kills out Odyssey. EXO takes MacGyver.
Down
and
goes
looks like that
MacGyver.
will be the fight as Spooky finishes off Caduceus, and that will be point first held by Enigma.
Obviously, Force 5 wants to be very speedy here, hence Lucio, hence Juno. They did not want to be utilising both speed abilities at the same time though. Already literally won, getting taken down to half health on the approach to markets to recontest.
As they hop back in, looks like the speed ring is popped. Looks like they're going for a quick recontest, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to do much.
Down goes Jackal in the meantime!
But Longshot takes out literally. And looks like Llama is also very low on the side of Fools 5, but doesn't look like anybody's there to punish. But speaking of which, Spooky
EXO getting pushed. But is getting a major help from Ricky here. Out comes Speedring to contest MacGyver. MacGyver goes down to Spooky, as I thought he was going to go down to EXO though.
And by the looks of it, it will be first point held by
My ultimate is charging.
Enigma. And we move on to second point. And I believe EXO has picked the jump for Zarya. The bubbles basically make Zarya a dive. Put that through your head. Diver takes out Ricky with a headshot. And it looks like Enigma gets down on support.
Oh, Talent, out comes the Graviton, it hits 4! Out comes the Big Bang Combo!
Huge pulse
Lovely
placed by Spooky, and that just absolutely kills the initial advantage that Fools 5 had in that fight. And that allows Team Enigma to possibly cap this point first. But it looks like it'll be a
Again.
quick recontest by Fools 5.
The Pulse Bomb plus the Graviton, known as the Big Bang Combo for that reason, because it has such an effect.
Sim coming out on the side of literally, so it looks like
Brains from
Out comes
Longshot
the...
comes out with a very sneaky barrage, kills out Caduceus. Time for the reckoning! Rampage popped out, looks like it gets
Rampage comes out, hits free.
Looks like that will end up winning that fight for Fools 5 as they finally get their first bit of capture progress, and it doesn't look like it will be a full cap again of 100 there.
Although both support ults here available for the side of Enigma, unfortunately they're going to be looking at 3 ults in the sides of Fools 5. And Full 5 looking at taking this high ground towards the ocean here. Out comes a very aggressive rally and orbital push. Out comes
Orbital
the
and a beat from the side of Fools 5, and it looks like both support ults are looking to win this fight here. Speed ring, up by Llama.
Justice.
Oh, and Odyssey
Out
pops
comes
their barrage,
Barrage.
but doesn't look like it hits anything. Jack will take 2 taken out on the side of Fools 5, but EXO ends up
the
doing
guy
one
who
more
takes out EXO.
Oh, but
Long
Spooky,
goes
both
down
bars
also to
taken out.
MacGyver.
Both far is taken out of the fight, and Spooky looks to be cleaning up, as it's just left with MacGyver on point. But Jack will start swinging in his face, and gets the shield bash kill on MacGyver, and it looks like it won't be quite yet 99 for Fools 5, but one team fight win will
But
get
it
them
is
the
now,
win.
it is now final fight territory,
Another
and
double sticky
in
by
the-
Spooky.
in the meantime, EXO does go over to the Diva, and as you just said, the double force comes out yet again. That makes 2 months in a row where he's hit those.
Looks like it's just
Pull
a
MacGyver,
cleanup
though.
at that point, and so it'll be a quick recontest to hopefully, possibly touch. It doesn't look like Fools 5 is wanting to take that risk to potentially just throw away ults or their lives here, and so it looks like they'll just surrender this point and they'll move on to next. Map point coming up here.
Next, flashpoint.
Looks like they'll be going
Oh,
over
it's a
the
temple, so the other side of the map here for this fight. Already, Fools 5 is taking up a position and setting up the car wash on the point.
But the turrets will be hiding up in the bell.
Time for the reckoning!
Another rampage
Out comes
popped by MacGyver.
Rampage, it hits all 5!
And it looks like that'll be a team fight win. For Fools 5, doesn't look like they can keep the sustain going because MacGyver's keeping the pressure. EXO gets D-Mech. And it looks like Longshot gets taken out with Spooky getting taken out. And it looks like they'll just have to back up here. Ricky looks to back out after getting a little bit of heal, trying to keep EXO alive. But both supports waiting for their teams to regroup on this next fight.
That Rampage hitting all 5 members of the framework, please. Sorry, my brain is not now working, which is never good for casting. But in comes the dive of EXO, already looking at the bomb, and in comes the remake.
On two. Barrage up, gets the double kill. EXO
Speed ring used by Ricky alone on point, but in there is Spooky to assist there, Juno.
Taken to the air.
I am. We're gonna have by accident. Anyway, so first point progress for Team Enigma on 3rd point, and we will see if they keep it going. Longshot looks to hold up on this rooftop, hoping to get just some poke damage onto.
The steal for EXO as TP comes in, does not get any value for the TP out in. Does get the turrets already reset up on the high ground.
But
Out
looks like
comes
EXO,
another pulse on to Llama.
and EXO had bloodlust in his eyes and ends up taking out literally anyways, ending up very low. But it looks like a boot on the side of Longshot takes MacGyver off the map.
I did not see that, but
Apparently
we
that
have
might have
the.
what have happened. Literally swaps over to the Mei, looking to possibly have a little more sustain, but it looks like it's going to have to be a quick recontest. Use this try.
In comes the rally.
That will be round. They can't quite get the touch because Jackal gets a good group on Caduceus, and it doesn't. And looks like that'll be another win for Team Enigma as the score goes to 3-1.
Very nicely played. A shame that Fools 5 tried that and a carnage into the team
And it looks like
of
this will be
Enigma.
play. It looks like it will be the 4-man pulse from the Graviton. So possibly,
Delivering.
that is just beautiful.
Nicely done from Spooky there. hitting the big grand combo, nasty as always. Also, we are waiting for the next area. Going to Lijiang Tower control.
Okay. Okay. So it looks like we'll be playing control again. Have we played control to start? Did we start? No.
Escort,
Numbani.
hybrid.
It was Numbani. It was Numbani.
Yeah,
to start.
no, so, yep.
So we haven't played a control map yet. So this will be the first control map played in the game. And it looks like no changes to the lineups made. So
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, hybrid escort.
Match.
Then we had flashpoint, now control. It's interesting here though that Fools 5 have chosen to go to Lijiang Tower, especially since it looks like we're going to be getting control center to start off with.
it looks like they're wanting
Unless-
possibly a little bit more of a brawlier map to start out
Ready
with.
for battle.
It looks like literally is now you know yourself.
Ah,
So it looks like it'll be Mercy? Question mark?
Caduceus is hovering the Mercy. You've already started questioning the Mercy pick here from Caduceus, but immediately go
looks
Spectre
like
to
they're
break.
just kind of messing around. So Brig Juno backline,
three,
Junk Queen, May,
2,
Reaper,
1.
Enigma,
Round
EXO is playing the
1.
Doomfist with
Capture
a
the objective.
Juno Lucio, with Spooky playing the Genji, and Longshot playing Soldier.
The legs are out from Long.
So it looks like EXO looks to be hopping around in point. Get any extra charge and possibly.
Here comes a nasty double man hit with the punch, with the charged up punch. This stuff.
Looks to be putting pressure on the Junk Queen out. Looks like Speed Ring pops
Unfortunately,
in.
Longshot goes down.
Looks like that will be a potential fight win here for Bulls 5, as it looks like they're just looking to just stall for time. And Longshot looks
EXO
to be
does
making
get
the swap
down.
over to the Junkrat, possibly to stop the Queen from running at him, and possibly even the Juno. Granted, Juno should be up here.
Up into server room they go.
Spooky ends up getting caught. Odyssey picks off Longshot, so that's both TPS down.
Wall
On the side of
in
Enigma.
though, so unfortunately, EXO does not have any backup here.
And that leaves him high and dry, as it looks like Full 5 look to be holding the door as Spooky swaps over to the Ash for a little more hit scan, and the Pharah coming back on Longshot. We like to make fun of Longshot, but the Pharah Longshot gets a poop on Caduceus and looks to knock him off the map. as he was just killing on the side. And gets something on Odyssey, Spooky kills Llama, and it looks like they'll be able to clean this up as they run in, but Exo gets killed by the Reaper, by yourself. But it looks like they'll be taking the point with MacGyver getting killed on the way on the retreat, and so it looks like they'll have to wait for the tank. That'll give them a little extra ult progress. Exo makes the swap over to Ryan to brawl a little bit better with the Queen. And so, MacGyver looks to wait. 5 ults on the side of Fool's 5 with only beat and then potentially an orbital coming up on the side. Rampage coming in. Pops.
It's free!
It's 3, and it looks like the freeze comes out, but gets... looks like 2 ults pop. And looks like that'll be another win. That'll be a team fight win for Fool's 5, as it looks like Enigma just resets and Ricky just runs back. So it looks like 3 ults coming up on the side of Enigma versus 3. So it will be an interesting team fight with both support ults still up on the game against a Blossom versus a Bob. So we'll see which, I think, it's going to be a battle of the DPL. So, oh, but no Blossom coming up for this fight. Spooky ends up catching herself on a flame.
In comes the orbital, in comes the beat, in comes the Bob!
All support ults coming in.
Oh!
And it looks like that will be a fight win as Exo runs in very deep.
Looking at potentially the forward hold here, but is walled off again from his supports. Wall does go down.
So it looks like it'll be a little bit of progress. 87 to about 50% on the percentage, as Enigma looks to kind of hold and take a bit of space. Yourself looks to hop in, but Longshot's watching where the TP was. Oh, but Exo...
You know, yourself is looking for this potential Blossom play here. Is playing heavily aggressive. In comes the Blossom, hits free!
And it looks like that will be a quad by yourself. And that will be point for Fool's 5. But it doesn't look like they take it immediately. Oh, but Usus gets picked by a boot, even though Longshot has to wait. They have a chance to contest. As Fool's 5 is down a support player. Big slam by Exo. Looking to get a pick. Nice one out by Odyssey. Usus makes his run back, and Longshot looks to hang around the flank. Oh.
In comes Barrage! Hits one of Caduceus. Here comes the Rush, only hits Exo! Down goes Exo in the meantime. You know yourself is down. Now comes another orbital from these Llama. But unfortunately, majority of the team is down already. But down goes Ricky as I say that. Down goes Spooky to himself somehow.
Probably killed himself with the dynamite, or possibly fell off the map with his own protest. And it looks like Longshot and Exo able to clean up a little bit here on the ball and Farah, driving a little bit of pressure. Looks like they'll keep hold of the point. Final fight territory coming up here. And we got Orbital, Beat, and Bob on the side of Enigma with a freeze and then a possible rally from Oh, ult's locked in. Both support's frozen, and Jackal gets taken out, and Ricky's very close to being low, but ends up surviving. Spooky, though, gets the pick. I was staring at the ground for a bit, and it looks like Spooky, with the help of Bob, is able to clean up. And that'll be first round, taken by Team Enigma.
I don't know if you saw it from your point of view, but I did on mine. Freeze comes in, and thankfully the beat comes in at the exact right moment to keep Jackal and Ricky alive as long as possible throughout the whole length of that freeze.
I saw the health bars. Jackal ended up dying, but Ricky ended up living somehow, some way. They ended up surviving that freeze, and that probably also helped Team Enigma take that fight.
As we go over to Night Gardens now.
And this is probably
Still,
say the best map, best of the 3 maps on Lijiang Carrot. Deuce is switching over to the Zen, so it looks like a little more pressure, probably wanting on the ball.
as this team of Enigma looks at potentially going coastal, but then engages on main.
So just wants to hang around. Rising point.
In comes the
Oh,
support
but-
to EXO, but EXO gets burnt down. Down goes
Looks like yourself
Spooky.
the sniper shotguns for Reaper. Looks like they're looking to keep as much pressure on to EXO as possible on that ball by picking the Zen. So, another team fight win, barely progress. EXO runs
In comes EXO, but immediately gets out as quickly as we can say it. And he goes again. It's a nice roll from. In comes a.
Green by Rick. Looks to hop in. Spooky gets the dynamite kill onto the Deuces, but long shot gets killed. Spooky gets a double pick on both supports.
May down to half health. It's going to get focused by this ball. Down goes the Reaper. Down goes May. Unfortunately, MacGyver, you cannot stay alive for too much longer.
Greetings.
EXO looks to just kind of chill on the top high ground. Yourself was watching. Doesn't look like he's surprised if he rolls or not. Wants to get a boom. Getting slowed and discorded. But has the E to live. Bob owned by Spooky. Gets a fix with dynamite and almost looking to pick off.
In comes EXO, hits a nasty slam onto MacGyver.
But ult denial
The-
by Spooky onto Odyssey.
Littered.
Spooky just absolutely nailing his shots at the moment.
And looking at positioning of EXO, looking at potentially an early slam down. In comes the TP from, you know yourself, looking at the flank here with this Reaper. In comes the knife throw from the Queen. In comes the slam!
Comes Ricky and gets killed by Jackal. As he's looking to protect his other fellow support.
Rocket barrage incoming.
In comes the nice barrage from the long shot. Boom, boom.
80, coming up on 80% to 41. For Team Enigma, as we reach final fight territory for Pools 5.
In comes the early slam. Here it comes. In comes the minefield as well to stop any further progress. In comes the mine. He blossom hits Jackal. Unfortunately, they're down by Lucio, but Longshot takes out Odyssey. Transcendence came in for Caduceus as well. Very expensive ult.
Just reset.
My ultimate is charging.
A very expensive fight for the side of Fools 5, only having their Carnage here for MacGyver.
But it was also not a bad trade in terms of both support ults out for Enigma, and so they won't have those coming up for this next fight. Bob though coming up for Team Enigma as Spooky looks to make an impact with that ult, but Rampage on the side of Pool 5. So around the top of the corner, takes the slam.
In comes the slam, hits 4! In comes the Carnage hit, though it hits 3! Down goes a long shot due to the Carnage lead effect, but MacGyver gets killed for it.
Also, torpedoes walking onto the Reaper, not walking onto him. But anyway, so it looks like Longshot's going to watch the main point, trying to last a little longer, but it looks like they get taken out by Longshot. Looks like that will be Zhang Tower. As Enigma takes it. That's another map loop by Team Enigma.
This team, especially with the flexibility of either having EXO or UK, it is looking heavily coordinated. EXO is doing extremely well on this ball as well,
Roster.
especially.
Almost a new look roster for Team Enigma right now, and this new look roster is looking to make a name for itself, and it looks like they are doing that quite well right now. But as we get into the next map, there is pizza, so I will be grabbing pizza.
Professionalism at its finest, folks. And we have a swap already as Nick goes away. EXO out and Ponzi in. Again, another person that I'm not 100% sure of their comp and hero pool here. But looking at their profile, they play a lot of Sigma, a lot of Reinhardt, and a lot of Mauga. So potentially a lot of the Brawl or the Poke here to an end.
And I have returned, and it looks like a sub is coming in for Team Enigma, and it looks like Banana had to finish out their thing, so it looks like Owl is just going to be taking over the rest of the lobby, so then they can just end up finishing out the maps. EXO sitting on the side, looks like Ponzi's coming in, looks like Hugh also has to leave, and now the anonymized name person is become Sword Madam. Ponzi will be coming in on, I'm assuming, the tank.
So Esperance here chosen.
It looks like Fools 5 wanted to get at least a push map in. So, depending on how quick this game is, it could be the second last game of the night.
Well, and they're changing it up to New Queen Street, so that's a very quick decision. Well, I can hear Ponzi, as I said already, Nick, was he was away. They are a Mauga, Ryan, and Sigma player. So, taking into that and thinking about who's on this comp, what are you thinking is Enigma going to be running here?
Well, if they're wanting to run, because I'm assuming they've seen MacGyver run a lot of the Malga, so I'm assuming they're bringing in Ponzi to run Malga Mirror, is what I'm going to take the assumption it's going to be. But we'll see. As the Assemble Heroes timer hops down, we will see exactly the lineups that our teams have picked.
Ready
And
for battle.
And Ponzi is hovering the Ramatra, actually.
with MacGyver on the Winston. And Odyssey looks to trying to be matching Spooky on the Tracer. But no, Diva coming in and then
5,
Genji.
4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Diva versus Ram. And I usually prefer to go Ram in this situation. Hunter starts throwing him punches. The big metric. MacGyver
Ozzy already been scouted out by Spooky.
And it looks like we have Ricky and Longshot on the side being successfully flanked with Spooky. That leaves full fight very low, and Spooky gets to finish off on Odyssey as Ricky
Ozzy gets taken down by Spooky in the background.
Ricky looks
So-
to be being DPS and cut more out at this point.
Odyssey already getting taken down quite low after coming back from the spawn. Has to get healed up by their Anna.
For all the day.
Appreciate it.
Take everything from them.
Vortex in onto the high ground.
Have my thanks.
Down low goes Ponzi.
Thank you.
But as I say that, Spooky takes down the counterpart of Odyssey yet again. In this Tracer 1v1, it has very aggressive push here from the team on side of Enigma. Out comes the Nana onto the Diva, in comes the Diva to the front line, forcing the long shot to have play with their supports for a moment.
Looks like the
On a-
will be taken back by Fools 5 as they look to make their first bit of ground in this game. But it looks like Ponzi's going to be holding around this buzzer and staircase. It looks like he'll have to back out. He ends up getting very low, and Jackal.
Odyssey again goes
Ponzi,
blown
though,
from
takes out Jackal. Or takes out Caduceus, I should say. But Ricky gets
MacGyver.
shot by the bomb of the Diva. But Longshot kills Diana, and so that leaves Fools 5 without any supports as they have to start backing up. Longshot takes to the sky and wants to hold the room.
Spooky just gets the recall forced out on Odyssey, so he knows that is not in play for this moment. Is he going to take an aggressive play here? No, he's having to utilise a rewind of his own due to a whip shot from the Brig of Caduceus. In comes the Annihilation with a Coalescence to assist.
That's 2 ults for Enigma with 3 more on the way. 3 coming up on the side here. Oh, 4-5. But that honestly gets caught out and staggered. And so MacGyver pulls out the ball.
In comes Paul, but long with
This ends now.
a very aggressive barrage, as he said.
Comes in with the overclock, hoping to make a difference, but left very low as Ponzi looks to be hunted and manages to catch Sword out. Here comes. Oh, but it looks
Down
like
goes
Caduceus and
Odyssey though.
Llama are the only ones left, but it doesn't look like they will be able to possibly hold out for long if the reinforcements don't arrive. It doesn't look like that'll be the case, but MacGyver is actually back in time. They held off for long enough. Long shot gets both.
Odyssey is back as well, but Odyssey goes down immediately, having
But
to
ends up getting the
rewind.
recall. Sword gets taken out, so that leaves Odyssey and MacGyver trying to hold this point by themselves again. Spooky
Odyssey
takes out
down!
Odyssey, and so MacGyver's just trying to last on point, and Caduceus and Llama both come back, but Jackal takes out Caduceus. Llama gets kicked
Odyssey
out by
has
Longshot.
been taken down so many times already by Spooky, the counterpart here. Ash in,
It looks like
unable to surge in time.
And at this point, it's just bodies at the point, seeing if they can stall it out and potentially outlast the resources of Enigma. But it doesn't look like that's the
Unfortunately,
case. Stick on
in comes
Llama, and
Llama,
that's a pick.
unfortunately gets stuck. And there's the team kill, there's the full clearance.
And a quick new Queen Street played. And that leaves at the score at like what? 5-1?
With
6-1?
4-1.
I would say.
4-1.
Honestly, after that first snap, Enigma's really starting to dig in here. And it looks like that'll be the end of the scrim. Rusty, any closing comments?
You should do
Very-
post game interviews, Sock.
Should go do post-game interviews. Okay, why the fuck not? Okay,
Did you notice that I ended up in the scrim?
that you were doing the maps.
Watching, yes.
No, I was coaching them. All those comps were my comps.
Mm.
Ah.
I made a call out that their DPS couldn't hit a shot and they need to run Farah into their face until they can kill him.
Well,
Guess what?
it worked.
They still never killed him.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna hop in.
well, folks, you
and-
heard it here from the potential coach from Owl.
Well, Owl was hopping in as a sub coach because North is away at the moment. So, I think we'll hop in and go check on the team.
You know that no Hokage.
It's
Oh,
it's
well, we
fine
got a
because
Longshot. We got one of the players here right now. Hey, Longshot, you want to do an interview at the very end?
Yeah.
Nick's
Hi.
mic cut out, so that's wonderful.
You know, you gotta love it.
That is true.
So, obviously you sat out for the first few rounds, but after you came in, you started really dominating the Pharah. So, what did you find like the success was in playing the Pharah comparatively when they started having stuff like Sojourn and even something
man,
like the Ashe?
I just kind of ignored the Ashe the entire time because they weren't really hitting me too much. So the only people I really focused on were the support, or tried to.
There was a few times that you was heavily aggressive into their backline. Did you have any fear that a play that you was doing was the wrong play?
A little bit, but I mean, every once in a while I got to pick from doing a risky play. You know, you can't really get big plays without taking a small risk.
Understandable. How do you guys feel about the kind of the new look Enigma right now?
Can you repeat that?
How do you feel about the kind of new look Enigma that you guys have? Like the new kind of team that you guys got going?
Look, I think it looks good so far. We're still relatively new, so I guess we got a little bit of time still to get everything sorted out.
Fair enough. Well,
And there's EXO, so
and there's EXO.
Hello.
Hello, EXO. But anyway, I'm going to end this here. So I hope you all enjoyed the scrim. I definitely enjoyed casting it. Let me know if there's anything I can work on and stuff like that. And I probably need to fix my mic because I got constant things from Longshot that I constantly need to fix my mic because it's too quiet. But I think it's just I can't turn this mic up anymore unless I'm just absolutely putting my face straight up against it. So that will be all. Catch you all later. Bye now.